Test 1, 2. Hey folks, how's it going? We're live, playing some Minecraft today. Hope you've all had a good weekend. Have a nice chilled Monday. We need a nice chilled Monday. Weekends can be busy. Monday mornings can be busy. The whole of Mondays can be busy. But we can have a nice chilled one this evening. We'll switch over to the game shortly. But yeah, I'll see you in a moment. Hey Lisa, how's it going? Sell emotes. You sell the best emotes. Probably do have a little bit of music going on in the background. It's a little bit quiet here. Yo.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, cool.
Let's find some nice background music. There you go. Cool. We'll go to the jazz cats. They don't let us down.
Okay, I think sound should also work for me now. I only heard you through stream because Discord decided that something else, and I have no idea what should be my speakers.
Oh. Yeah. So I'm hearing you clearly, and hopefully you can do the same.
Yeah, I hear you clearly now, so
Awesome.
yay. I'm still not sure how Discord decided it was a good idea to just, put on some random output.
Yeah.
Yes,
I blame Windows.
Yeah.
yes.
How are you both? Do you have good birthdays?
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I have a cool alien figure.
Yeah, I really like that figure.
And the Momo I like a lot too.
Ah, yeah. I don't know too much about that one. Looks cool though.
Oh, you should watch Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I know a little bit about it, but I've not. I would like to. I like the idea of it, and it seems cool. Like the little bits I've seen, but
It's
certainly want to watch it.
it's pretty cool. I grew up watching that show. I watched it like 100 times already.
Oh,
And as an adult, it's still really entertaining, really good.
nice. Yeah, Nix has seen it, um, so yeah, they're already familiar. I just haven't.
Yeah, you should give it a try.
I will. I think there might be elements I can kind of borrow and be inspired by for making video games.
Yes. Okay. What am I going to build today?
Is it going to be a really tall person?
No, not again.
Okay.
Not again. No.
Yeah.
Okay, make a predator that would be life-sized for in comparison to Sylvester Stallone.
No. I'm trying to think.
Was there any birthday gifts that you'd like to make in Minecraft?
Make a Momo. Or, yeah, well, we already have.
Wat? Hebben we al een Momo?
Nee. Nee, ik zet een andere dingen. Whitechapel. Die heb ik al gedaan.
So you already have the Whitechapel logo. It's cool seeing that hoodie.
Yeah, I love the hoodie.
Mm. I don't know much about Whitechapel, but I like that design.
Of course, my luck, I got the hoodie and now it's too warm to wear a hoodie, so...
Ah,
You don't know much about Whitechapel and you choose to listen to something called Jazz Cats now?
yes. It puts me in the mood.
Put on Hymns of Dissonance.
Yeah, maybe.
It is copyrighted.
Yeah. I said most of my. Sorry?
Of you... Did you get your tea, Jeffrey? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Nog niet.
I have coffee for a change.
Nice.
But I needed something with more caffeine. I was awake at 6 a.m.
Oh yeah, then you definitely need caffeine.
Yes. Yeah, otherwise I'll be asleep before the end of the stream.
Have you listened
Yeah.
to the Cult Step in full?
I have not, no. I need to...
Disappointment.
I shall play all of the music tomorrow as I am going to see Nick's. It's about a 30-minute drive. And then 30 minutes back.
I don't know how long it is. I didn't.
I think each track is about 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes.
I knew it, but I forgot the total.
Then you got 18 tracks, if I remember correctly.
Really?
I think so. Is it 18? 13? Maybe 13.
That's a big difference. I
Yes.
can't imagine me making 18 tracks with it.
No, it's probably 13. In my head, a 3 and an 8 is the same shape.
It's 15.
15. It is in the middle.
Yeah.
By approximation, I was correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 tracks. Is that the longest, the most amount of tracks you've done recently? I think most have been small E EP.
Throne of Nocturne was 19 tracks.
Oh, okay.
And your noise project?
There's one long track.
Yeah, 24 hours. Well, I've got some 6-hour releases as well. Those are a bit more known.
Mhm.
Not gonna listen to any of it.
That's probably best for everybody.
Yeah.
No,
Climax Error?
I don't think I've listened to any of the Climax Hour. No. But yeah, I've got 30 minutes to drive to Nick's tomorrow. Then, if we're going to the pub, it's 20 minutes to drive to the next town to meet our friend, and then 20 minutes back to Nick's, and then 30 minutes from Nick's back to here. So that's going to be an hour and 40 minutes driving for me to listen to all the music. And Nix will just have to listen to it as well.
Hmm. That's 13. That one has 13 tracks.
Okay. I knew there was a 13 somewhere.
Yeah. Oh well.
I own quite a few albums that have roughly about 10 to 13 tracks. Seems to be a good number.
Yes. Got something. I think I want to build. This is easy one, so
Oh, awesome.
something to get me started.
Yes. Gone wrong somewhere.
We're starting to get closer together every time we build.
Yeah. I still think we probably got about at least 4 more streams before we should start seeing each other. That's a guess. Won't be this year unless you do a lot of offline.
Depends on my mood. But then there's still, when you take the tour, there's some parts that have like holes in it. You know, it's a bit boring.
Yes.
There's some a bit more boring parts
Uh,
that can be filled in with smaller.
yeah. I see where I've gone wrong. That's annoying. The whole of Psyduck's beak needs to shift over by 1. And by extension, yeah, the whole of that side. Ah, okay. Now, is it worth it, or do I just kind of make it work?
That's up to you. That depends on the build. You know, sometimes it's okay.
Hmm.
You don't see it. Sometimes it breaks the whole thing.
Yeah, it's basically yeah. It's basically 1 pixel more narrow than the original, but I don't think it's gonna. No, I think it should be okay. It is more work than to do than I have left to finish it. I would have to. Yeah. I'll go with this.
Okay.
Nobody will know. He's just Psyduck who's been on a small diet.
Four.
Help.
Thank you. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, this one's really easy, so
Nice.
let me think of something else after. Four, 1, 2, and 4, and 1, clear.
How did your birthday stream go on the Friday?
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You were there, you know.
Yeah, I saw a little bit. I think I ended up sleeping before you finished streaming.
Oh, I can't remember.
Yeah, I saw you running around a little bit and shooting people.
Yes. That's basically the game.
Yeah, I like Saints Row. It's you can basically just have fun without caring too much.
Yeah. I still refuse to play the last one.
Yeah, I don't think I own the last one.
You might. It was
Oh,
free on game.
yeah, I do own it. I completely blanked that. Is that it was free. I download like not even downloaded it. I kind of claimed it. And,
That same.
yeah, the adverts for it when it was announced look really good. And you go, oh, cool. It might not be like a true Saints Row, but it looks like a good game. And then it comes out and it's like, no,
Horrible.
yeah. Yeah, I think they tried to reinvent it too much and just lost anything that was cool about it.
I mean, make a different game if you want to make that game.
Yeah. That's the problem. You have such a game with such a big fan base, and people know what they love about those games, and then somebody goes, right, we'll cash in on this, and just completely fail.
Hmm.
Don't give the fans what they're expecting. It doesn't work.
Nope.
Now, if it was a game that didn't do too well, and you say, okay, we'll take this on, we'll make the game that people wanted but never got, and then, yeah, completely different.
Well, the funny thing is, like, they were starting to lose fans already, especially with 2 before. And with
Yes.
already some purists not happy with 3, that it was too much, you know, compared to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And well, I like 3 especially. 4 was also okay,
Yeah,
ish. It was fun, but
yeah, it seemed a little bit too crazy.
yeah, you were a superhero. And especially miss some things. Like I like the cars and the planes, and you had like
Yeah.
superpowers. You didn't need, like you could, but you would fly faster anyway than any car. So why?
Yeah. Yeah, it makes that whole part of the game redundant at that point.
So there were complaints for it not being close enough to the original 2.
Yes.
And what do? They make it even way further. So that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Done.
Nice.
Epic.
The Tekken logo.
Ah, cool.
Yes. Make some smaller things. Because there's quite a gap between Tekken logo and the Rambo, but not big enough for something big.
No.
I like this I need the. Don't need that. I needed the black. Okay. Black. White. Green. And green. And pink. And some kind of beige. Oh, this is good. Brown. Start with 6 blacks. Six. And then 3. 1, 2. Doesn't work much. More beige, like. I might just do sand. Yeah. Yeah. Two. Three. Brown. Four. 6. On.
Cool. Finished side duck.
Nice. I'm almost done with my second build of the day.
Very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm done with this one.
Very cute. I
Oh,
love Grogu.
that is a cute cracker.
I
Ah.
have many Grogu figures and plushies behind me.
Oh, nice.
Five.
Need to think of something else to do now.
build something, huh?
Hmm.
If I don't know what to build, a lot of times I take the tour and get inspired.
True. It's true.
But that's up to you. And a third build, but it was meant to be a panda, but it's kind of more like a skull.
Oh yeah.
I like the banana.
Yeah, that's cute.
Maybe we should give him a mouth. Make him smile or something. Oh, no, that's horrifying.
Keep it.
Yeah, that's probably. Yeah.
Oh, sure. That is what it is.
It's gone from cute to slightly creepy.
Maybe it just needs to be fatter.
Yeah.
No, no.
Yeah, it looks okay actually. Yeah. Because pandas are big, round, and cute. So
It is what it is.
yeah.
Maybe if I bring the smell one up. That's better, yes. That's better. I'd say so.
Yes.
Any ideas already?
Not yet. No. Just having a look around, see. It kind of inspires me.
No, I'm not trying to print my webpage. I need black. Black. Some kind of blue. Some other kind of blue. Pink. White. Yellow. Green. Other pink. And brown. Yes. Don't. 14. I think it should work. Actually, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. And did your colleagues end up going to strip club again?
No, they went home. They one of them wanted to keep drinking, and me and another one just were too tired. So it's like, I'm gonna go home, and I came home and watched you. The other one kind of went back, got his. I think he must have got. I think he walked all the way back to where our office is to pick his car up, which is quite a distance.
While drinking?
Yeah, he had a few drinks, and so he walked back, all the way back to the office.
But to drive after that, that's not smart.
No, definitely not. But yeah, I thought he was going to get like a taxi home, but apparently he walked back to the office. But you are talking easily 45 minutes to an hour from
Yeah.
from town all the way back to the office. So he was crazy for doing that anyway.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, is there a way? Unless you really don't want to, of course. And you're happy with your jazz cats.
Hmm.
If we can listen to the same thing at the same time.
Possibly, I suppose if it was played through Discord, maybe.
Well, first I'll finish this build. This is also not a difficult one. I think Lisa will like this one as well, just like the Grogu one. 5, but for a different reason. 3, 5.
Are you making bull?
Boe? Nee, die is niet blauw toch?
Ja, ik zie roze, misschien maak je iets eromheen.
Hmm.
Ik zie roze, geel, wit en zwart.
Nee, nee. Nee. Ja, ik zal het zo wel zien. Sorry voor de non-English. Have you heard about the World Cup? Everything around it?
I've heard about what FIFA was doing
Yeah.
in America.
That's one part I was talking about, yes.
Yeah.
They also decided to do the LGBT Pride special LGBT day. Already decided that they were going to do a special LGBT Pride match. Which
Okay.
of course, it's a good thing to do
Yes.
for representation and shit. The only thing is that after the draft, the countries that are going to play the LGBT match are Egypt and Iran.
Oh, right.
In America, I mean, that's just...
Yeah.
It's just not, you know, doesn't really seem valid to me. but
No.
I mean, I don't really know about Egypt other than that it after the Arab Spring has become more conservative as Islam, but which isn't that's LGBT friendly.
Yeah.
But I don't know much about Egypt at that point, but I do know in Ireland they're like publicly hanged in the street. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
you know, those are gonna represent the LGBT community of the world.
Right.
Like it's just a joke, It's just and not a funny one.
No.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
Can you do? And giving Trump a prize for world peace or something. Like they gathered about 125,000 American soldiers at the shore of Venezuela now. I
Oh.
don't know if something's gonna happen, but
Hmm.
it's not. It yeah, it feels a bit tense.
Yes.
And we get this in the news a lot because Venezuela is at 10 kilometers, which is nothing,
Hmm.
from Dutch soil in the Caribbean. So
Ah.
if there's some spillover bombs, like our citizens are a bit nervous.
Yeah. That's understandable.
And some Dutch parties claim we should use Dutch soldiers to defend the Caribbean from America, and I'm like, that's one of the dumbest things you can do.
Yeah.
They would lose that before we did anything, probably. We got like 3 airplanes or something, Or nothing.
Yeah.
We need to show force to scare them away. We're not gonna scare away America.
Oh no. Unfortunately, nothing really scares them,
I mean,
and it's not because they're kind of the tougher countries that they're just that stupid.
also that. But their military prowess is quite big,
Oh yeah.
biggest in the world, and
I wanted to say that maybe we should just cancel every bit of European shows on American TV. But Trump is already busy doing that because he wants more American creators, so that
Hmm.
won't work.
Yeah. He seems to be going for like everything American, like everything, like goods manufacturing, media. That's everything made in America, which on paper sounds like so it kind of boosts the economy and all this, but it doesn't work like that anymore.
it's too late for that.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
country is becoming sort of part of a global kind of thing of sharing and multicultural integration, and it's like sort of I know for certain of that the UK try to do without. Well, I know some people thought, oh yeah, we can just do everything inside the UK, and we'll just go for Brexit, and we don't need Europe, we don't need America, and yeah, no, we kind of do. And you can see how bad that worked out for us.
I don't know.
Yeah, we've kind of got stuck and just ended up paying higher tariffs because we decided we didn't actually have an agreement with people anymore. So we haven't got any more manufacturing. We haven't started producing stuff in the country because we've cut ties. But the whole idea is, well, if we stop importing stuff from Europe, we just make it here. And everything will be cheaper. And no, we're just paying more because we're still getting it from Europe. And yeah, America's going to end up doing that. Well, they already are. They're paying tariffs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm thinking of ways how to scare Trump, but other than TV, I have nothing because his food is all American deep fried.
Yeah.
And
No.
the thing is that like there's been world leaders that are like weird, but and I either agree or not agree with, but at least I felt like at least something like when you had to deal with them, you had to do it in like a diplomatic way. But when people want something from Trump, they treat him like a child,
Oh yeah.
like my country did. You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
had like the NATO meeting or something or UN meeting. I think it was NATO in the Netherlands, and then he was, Mr. President, everyone gets a hotel, but you're the only one that had a sleepover with the king. And he was like a small child, and he was
Mm.
happy, and suddenly he was very pro Europe again. It only took that, and now with FIFA, they want some things done. They
Yeah.
just give him something shiny in Italy, and he's like, okay,
Yeah. Yeah. He's
I'm
easily
happy.
bought,
Yeah,
which
it's
is
so
what
dumb.
it's worrying in some ways because clearly other countries have bought him already,
Hmm.
but not in a good way.
No, he just likes shiny things.
Yeah. I did like when they presented that medal. They said, "Well, we've come up with this medal for you as well." And then I think when he picked it up himself and put it on, I'm pretty sure the guy said, "Well, yeah, you could wear it now, I suppose." I'm not
Yeah,
expecting just
it's
a
a
sort.
small child.
Yeah,
He like when it shines, he likes.
yeah.
The country with the most shiny things will
Mm.
win him over. It's scary, eh?
Yeah,
I mean, if this was like the leader of, let's say, like Kenya or something, at least they don't really impact the rest of the world.
oh no.
Something small, in the world, or like Thailand, whatever. It's countries, but they don't really have like the highest arsenal of nuclear weapons in the world, and not that much to decide. But this is America.
Yes. Oh yeah, it's scary because they have that much influence and they don't actually understand how much it affects the rest of the world.
They just don't care.
Yeah.
I think Trump doesn't understand.
Oh no.
Right, I think Trump doesn't understand and also doesn't care and doesn't bother to learn to understand.
True.
And I like the sushi cup, I think. Or is it ramen?
Ramen.
Ah, cool.
I made the noodles
Nice.
with the face.
Cool.
Happy noodles.
Yeah, I've seen like when things are happening and people start commenting about stuff happening in America, you do get Americans go, well, why you care so much about our politics? It's not your country. You go, whatever happens over there affects us as well. Is
I've
that
never had an American like that. I've only had Americans like, why don't you care so much about us?
yeah?
We are America. There was this we have like this Dutch historian. He's like what is it, like Professor Emeritus or something, like a high decorated professor,
Okay.
about history. And he kind of became like a national TV symbol as well back in 1991.
All right.
Because he did his thesis about American history and politics, and he was like the highest educated person in the topic. So he was the one that did every talk show about the first Iraq war with
Oh yes.
Bush Senior, and Schwarzkopf.
Yes.
So and he kind of stayed a bit on the TV. Whether if it's about history, he's there. If it's about America, he's there. And
Nice.
he literally told that during his studies, he was of course in America. It's the best place to do your research.
Of course.
he was going to a baseball game, and national anthem came on, and everyone, stood up and sang along, and he didn't.
Right.
And someone asked him, "Why don't you sing along to the national anthem?" And he's like, "It's not my national anthem. I'm just a tourist, it's not my national anthem." And the guy looked at him. He said with just like disbelief in his eyes and said, "Your country has its own national anthem." He just thought like this American national anthem. It's for the world, except maybe like the enemies, like Russia.
Yeah.
It's like you in the Netherlands, you must sing the national anthem every day, right? And he was like, "No, we do not."
Uh, yeah, it's a belief that sort of everybody across the world behaves like Americans.
Yeah. And when he said that on TV, I always reminds me of that whenever I meet one on, for example, on Twitch. It's like, "But you did not celebrate 4th of July." Like, "No, I did not."
No.
And they're like, "Why?" Because I'm not an American. Like, did you celebrate King's Day? No, probably not.
Oh.
And they're like, yeah, they just don't seem to get it. It's the same discussion I always have with the African American thing. Like they say,
Yeah.
"What do you call like people with dark skin in your country? Like whatever, but not African Americans."
No.
And they seem to not hear the American part. They're like, "Yes, but what if they really prefer to be called African American instead of black?" I'm like, "No one in my country wants American.
No.
It's not even a Dutch word. It's English. Like no one says hello. Ik ben African American.
Yeah.
In Dutch, when we translate that specific word, we say Afro-Amerikaan, which is the same as like the Afro haircut. So I was taught it
Yeah.
as a child. I first thought it was American people with a lot of curls,
Ah.
regardless of skin color.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. We have
it
I recall of a similar description. Was it Afro-Caribbean?
yeah,
Which is sort
could
of
be.
mix of African Caribbean heritage. Which makes sense. You're talking about people's heritage.
Yeah, I can tell you that any, let's say, dude from Ethiopia that lives in my country, he might have African roots, but not a drop of American blood in him. He shall not be called African American.
Yeah.
And African Dutch is something I've never heard. But then again, I've said so before, we're less focused on race than the Americans are.
Oh yeah. Certainly
Not
we.
saying we're not. We're not some like anti-racist, like happy rainbow utopia where we don't see color, but it
Yeah.
it it seems to be like less focused.
Yeah. To a certain extent, the UK is like that. Apart from that, it's not really. There's people that just don't really care what people's heritage are. They're just people. But then there's people
Yeah,
that
yeah,
go, well, they have a very strong line between what they consider to be white British people and then everybody else, which is obviously still not great.
no, we've got racists in my country, of course, they're
Yeah.
everywhere. But I'm more like when I speak with Americans, they're so even when they're, it's not even racist people, it's especially the non-racist people that really have to have a really big focus on heritage. Like in the
Yeah.
Netherlands, you never hear someone tell, "Yeah, I'm 10% African, 5% Caribbean, 6% Italian." And I've multiple Americans that just talk like that. Like they have
Yeah.
like a complete list of what exactly the person is. And over here, we're more like, even the races are more like, white or black.
Yeah.
There's so much more subtypes in America which that are not really noticed here, in my opinion.
Yeah. There's one or two people that are interested in kind of their general heritage, but they sort of it's not a big thing. Like, I think, my friend Ollie did one of these DNA kind of tests, and you go, okay, I've got heritage across Europe. I've got sort of different ties to different countries, and he said, well, it's cool to know, but it doesn't go around telling people that, oh yeah, I got elements linked to these European countries. It's just a fact between friends that he mentioned it. Cool, did this test. This is what it came back with. Find it interesting.
Like they put more like,
It's kind of,
especially with all that Latin people thing. Like we of course don't have them here. Well, there's some, but not as big as there. And even though it's been like I've been reading about it, that the race itself, like human, there's not really like we have like a different race. There need to be some DNA difference, and it's too little in humans. There's just some skin variation, between humans. There's not really like segregated races. That's a very social construct, not real biological.
yeah,
And but if you really need to make a hard line, then yes, I see the difference between a blue-eyed Norwegian and a Ethiopian man. That's just obvious.
yeah,
That's okay. And I think the racist people in my country more look at like they at least only have this one divider, but in America it's so complicated. When then I meet, like I used to know someone that used to be Latin, she said, and I looked at her and was like, in the Netherlands, like you have white skin, like light brown hair, like you'd be regular white.
yeah,
But they see the difference, and
yeah,
they focus on it, and they're outside of the group and like inside this other group, and that's way more a bigger part of their identity, which creates a we versus them whole thing, which we have a little bit less.
yeah. Yeah, because I know sort of. I've seen it a few examples with like people with Asian heritage in America. Is that okay? Well, you clearly have Asian heritage. Which part of Asia is your heritage from? And you go, well, why does it matter? Like, I'm an American. I'm born American. I live in America. Like, why does it matter what part of Asia my family came from?
I'm trying to think what to make next. What are you building? Nothing yet?
Just kind of augmenting bits that already exist.
You could make a raccoon or a red panda.
Yeah. I make both those things.
And do you see the news report about a raccoon that broke into a store and got drunk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. He broke into a liquor store. And then he was found drunk in the restroom, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I first saw that, I thought that's got to be AI, but no, apparently it's a legit story.
Yeah, I first saw it too, and I thought like this is fake.
Yeah,
But then a lot of news actually covered it.
hmm,
It was just too funny to be true, but
yeah,
I guess raccoons really are that funny.
yeah.
By the way, some days ago, I actually read why America is like that, and it makes sense to me. It's not a good thing, but
Hmm.
I finally understand why America is so much more focused on ethnicity and race compared to Europe.
Okay.
Even though we all have like our roots in slavery
Yeah, yeah.
at some point in the world. And for example, like America was one of the last ones to abolish it, and also, as far as I know, in Europe, especially not in my country, but I never heard about England. There was no um, like segregation laws, by law
Right, yeah.
compared to the US. And I was like, is there something in their DNA that makes them more or less, acceptable?
Yeah.
But I read about it and it actually makes sense.
Ah,
When and with we I mean all Europeans, like us, the French, you, Spain,
yeah.
had colonies and had started slavery, we needed them to work on plantations, and we don't really have the weather for that, so we brought them to our colonies.
Right. Yeah.
in South America and the Caribbean. And when we abolished slavery, that um, kind of impacted those regions alone, and those people could live there, and they kind of had their own spot already.
Right. Yeah.
The Americans, they lived among their slaves,
Ah. Okay.
so it was more like the whole slavery thing. So the whole racism thing itself, like I am like God decided I am better. They put the whole thing with slavery. They invented this whole racism thing for the with a biblical thing because they needed slaves because it's cheap labor. It's very cheap labor.
Yes.
But the Christian Bible, it forbids slavery, so they had a problem there.
Ah. Right.
So then you make up racism, so people become less human. So you can kind of like work around this. You cannot enslave another
Yes.
human like you are.
Yeah. So you kind of
But
make
for the
them.
average, sorry?
Yeah. So you make them not people, so they kind of not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for the average Dutch person or English person that was working in factories, whatever, around the same time, this whole race thing was quite far away from home.
Yeah.
But the American population, they lived among the plantations and the slaves, and they just grew up knowing racism that much.
Yes.
So they had to make some law to keep it segregated because people just weren't able to understand that it was just all humans.
Yes.
For us, it was kind of foreign, so it's easier to like adapt. It wasn't that close to home. It's not really a DNA thing, but it's more a social construct that I must say they didn't really try to fix it.
No.
But I found it quite like interesting,
Yes.
like how those things can bite itself in like the whole human history and why it's so hard to, especially in that part of the world, to get rid of.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And like I'm no scholar, but I still think from a lot of like social issues that like the globalization of the world that we can see any like there's a problem in one even in one street in America, let's say, then it's not even the news have to pick that up. Like on social media, we can just immediately see it. It can go viral without any help from real news agencies.
Yeah.
We for years were doing better with the whole social thing and race thing and LGBT thing in America, but with this whole like village world, they call it, I think that whatever happens in the random ass village in America, it's literally here as well, within
Yeah.
seconds.
Yes.
I see Europe kind of going back to same ways of America.
Yeah. I've been seeing more recently, like bits on
Very
social
cool.
media and news, and go, it's moving the other way.
Mm-hmm. They're copying things.
Yeah.
And like I said, with the whole Black Lives Matter protest, I mean, it happened there, and suddenly they're protesting Dutch police, and I'm like, it was because when like the Americans, they just, of course, it's logical that in America you don't say defund the American police because you're in America, but then all these Dutch protesters were screaming the same thing at like our police stations, and I was like, we were not like one big police company around the world, right? This is separate.
Yeah.
Like, oh, hashtag defund the police, hashtag Black Lives Matter, hashtag ACAP.
Yes.
And like, oh, that must be here. No, it happened in America. No, they didn't. I know they do shout that, but now maybe you're a bit late to the conversation. We're talking generally about House. I am talking about it. I mean, I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. But I think that Europe was before like this whole extreme globalization with social media. Europe was actually, when we talk about being progressive against like anti-racism and anti-LGBT. So let's just say pro-LGBT. We were doing better, and now since like within seconds you can see what is happening in the great United States, we're kind of like digressing into their ways of thinking. We're very influenced by the extremities of America, while Europe generally was a bit more down the road, laid back, like just try to be a little bit normal. Not saying there weren't problems here, but less extreme. And I feel like we're kind of copying the extremities of United States because we have them at our disposal within seconds on the phone, and I don't like that. That's kind of what I'm saying. And like I said, I literally example gave was that I had friends that were like, "Are you going to protest the police with the Black Lives Matter?" I was like, "No." And then they were like, "Are you racist?" I'm like, "No, but it didn't happen here. Like, why should I protest a police officer in Almere? He had
Yeah.
nothing to do with it." And that's what we're talking. But they did say defund the police, which, by the way, I don't think is the solution to things. Like re-educate and reorganize, but completely defund, then you've no, who like that, like the cartels and stuff. You don't like. I probably agree that there's like problems with the police in America. Probably. I don't know. I don't live there, and I try to read as little as much about it. But then again, let's say you make complete anarchy out of this country. I don't think the civilians will profit from that.
No, the civilians will suffer more by all the cartels and
It's
other
going to
gangs.
be it's going to be organized crime that's running the country then and there.
Yeah.
Who likes that? I mean, no, it's just it was popular on social media. Black Lives Matter. You know, it happened. We all know that, and that's okay. Well, I mean, I don't mean okay that, but you understand. And s- because it was a big hashtag, because America's a big country with big protests, there was too much copying in Europe.
Yeah.
And I'm
Like,
not saying there aren't racist cops in the Netherlands, but it's not as bad as in US.
oh, certainly not. Like, the UK
And I
has.
rarely hear about people dying because of police brutality in the Netherlands, so we don't have much to complain
I mean, I've got some things to complain about in this country. I think we pay
about
too
the
much.
police.
Ah, I think they're too weak.
Fair.
Like our police for a long while used to look very silly. Their uniforms,
Yeah.
like really silly. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's exactly that's one part because it's way less monitored. It's like
Also, yes, there's the rise of Twitter, which is not monitored like at all. Even if you want to see like adult content on Twitter, people can post whatever they want, whether it's gore or porn or whatever. You just have to verify your age and you can see it. Like, a
yep.
platform should delete that shit.
Oh yeah, it's completely out of control
But
now.
I haven't been
Facebook
on
did
Twitter in
play an
oh,
insanely big part about spreading fake news during COVID.
Yes.
how are you, like? Sorry, I did not ask that yet.
Yeah, Light, how are you? Yeah, I wouldn't say that Facebook is better than Twitter because if it were just as successful as Twitter, it would do the same thing. It spread a lot of fake news, it supported fake news, and they got their money from fake news. So
Oh yes. I think it's only after Facebook got into a lot of trouble that they had to start acting a bit more responsibly. But
yeah, but then the groups that spread all the fake news went private, and then Facebook was like, "Nah, we ain't gonna do anything about it."
Oh, that sucks.
And then when Facebook said, "Okay, we're gonna uh, go back to normal again and not monitor as much," then the Facebooks went public, groups went public again.
yeah,
And you can easily like not get monitored on Facebook if you use like icons like the dollar icon for S, etc.
oh yeah, there's ways around it now.
Oh, I hope you feel better soon, Light.
I am. And from all the gifts we got each other, Hug Junkie, which one was your fave?
Definitely a big fan of that alien pop figure.
Yeah, the one you almost.
Yeah, well, almost revealed.
Yes.
I felt like you would like the Spider-Man figure a lot too.
Yes. Yeah, I really liked it. So it's in the way that the colours came through on my side made it look a bit like more white.
No,
I was confused about the anti-venom. Yeah.
No, it's blue.
Yeah.
I took the pictures at night, so.
I can send the pictures of the product page,
Cool. Okay.
and you can see what it looks like during the day.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I did like the Spider-Man statue, but sort of, yeah, Alien just beats Spider-Man slightly for me.
In a fight as
Yeah, I
well.
did the cat.
You think Spider-Man could defeat an alien in like direct combat?
Ooh. Good question.
Yeah, I think Spider-Man could defeat one Xenomorph.
That
It would
question.
lose against Predator.
Where's the look at it? It's over here.
What?
I've got some comic books somewhere.
Is it Batman versus Alien?
No, it's Marvel versus Alien.
Batman versus Alien also exists.
Yes.
Yeah, Spider-Man could defeat one Xenomorph if there's two. I think Spider-Man will have a hard time, but against Predator he will definitely lose.
This is what I was looking for. I
Also
have.
depends on
The Avengers. I have the 4 comic series. I've not actually read properly. Let's switch over my camera.
Yes, I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
Nice.
try and get this shine off it. It's Avengers versus Alien. But it's like all the Avengers, Marvel Avengers, including Spider-Man.
Does he die?
Nice.
Depends if I want to
read it.
spoil it or not.
Well, yeah.
That's, well, this would be a spoiler. The 3rd edition.
Spoiler?
Yeah, that'll be a spoiler looking at that cover. Because, yeah, there he is.
That's Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Is he dying? I can't really see.
let's try and... He's kind of swinging, but he's can't remember the
Yeah.
exact story, but he has like a modified suit with like a chest burster.
And, I mean, it kind of looked anti-Venom-y.
Yeah, it's like a white suit, but rather than like the spider logo, it's got chest burster logo in red.
It looks cool. I need it.
Yeah, but you
Send
can,
it over.
yeah, I shall. I think you can probably find these comics online to read, but I thought I wanted like paper copies.
I can definitely find them, but
Yeah.
I want copies as well now.
Yes. Yeah, I thought well, it seemed a really cool series. It was these 4 editions came out over the course of several months last year. So I thought, okay, I'll collect them all and then I'll read them all in one go. So I've already kind of spoiled it by seeing the covers before I've read the first ones.
I have
Ah, I see the
collected
picture.
Spider-Man for a while.
Okay.
I still do a little bit, but not as actively as before. And the only one that's not really like a crossover one. It's not really a crossover, but it does not like main universe. Just superheroes.
Right.
I've got this Marvel Zombies.
Oh yes, yeah.
I actually bought that in the UK in Canterbury.
Oh nice.
I saw it in a store. I took it with me,
Cool.
and it's kind of interesting. It just starts with them, like the main, like the Avengers and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, getting infected, zombies, and Spider-Man is mostly crying because they've all like killed the ones like close around them for food as zombies, and
Yeah.
like once they eat, they become like smart again.
Oh okay.
And Spider-Man ate Aunt May and
Oh.
Mira, I mean Mary J. Yeah, the thing I think the last thing I read was Spider-Man India, which is like an India crossover thingy with Spider-Man
Okay.
in Bombay. And there his girlfriend is called Mira Jane instead of Mary Jane, and his Aunt May is Auntie Maya.
Nice.
So it's kind of in my system now. So when I say weird names,
Yes.
it's because of Spider-Man India.
Okay.
It basically like the cover of it. It looks like the top half is Spider-Man and the lower half is like Aladdin,
Oh right,
and he's
yeah.
standing on like a Indian-looking Taj Mahal-like building. Like a fine.
Nice.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
Spider-Man India. Not really. Well, I mean, well, it's not that Aladdin when it's just ethnic, you know. Not
Yeah.
ethnic. Oriental. I'm trying to think of a different word for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose,
Exotic.
yeah, I suppose, yeah. Ethnic's probably. Yeah, I can't think of a better.
No, Oriental is more than.
Yeah, it's more
Japanese,
kind of
it's
East Asian. It's more
Yeah, yeah. But I've sent you what he looks like.
cool. Let's have a look.
It's an interesting take on the Spider-Man universe.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's. I do. I've not really looked into too much Spider-Man stuff, but I think the more recent, animated movies and stuff have kind of highlighted how many variations of Spider-Man there is now.
Lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I stopped collecting, because main universe itself is already so big, and then there's like thousands of sub-universes they started. Like they got
Yes.
like a small idea, they make it.
Yeah.
Like any version you saw in for example Into the Spider-Verse, that's not just things made up for the movie. There's like series about them. You know, Spider-Man Noir. There's a series about it. You know, Spider-Pig even is an actual series.
Yeah.
Um, you've played Spider-Man 1, right?
Yes.
In on the PS4.
Yeah.
Um, like sometimes when you were doing certain missions, then Peter Parker would be like making jokes about being a sorry, I made a mistake in my. I don't. Huh? I don't get this. Okay, well, I'll say what I want to say, then I'll go fix this. About being a Spider Cop or something.
Right.
I don't know if you remember, but it's he was trying to do like a because Peter Parker, of course, always is very funny. He likes the jokes. He
Yes.
was doing like narrating himself as being like this detective police and shit.
Yeah.
And doing and those segments, people actually liked him, and from just those him being joking with his own narrating, they made a comic series about a detective Spider-Man.
Ah.
So it just keeps growing and growing, you know. And
Yes.
it's been doing that since the 50s or whatever, you know. Just try to like from as like a completionist collector. It's difficult.
Yeah.
So I decided to really draw lines that I only get with a light.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I can understand it being near impossible to collect them all. Okay. Yeah, of course, my favourite Spider-Man. Not that I've seen the original series, but Spider-Punk. Is
Yes, it looks very cool. I
yes.
like Spider Pig.
Yeah, I've only really seen like pictures of Spider Pig. I've never, because I've not seen Into the Spider Verse.
Oh, you should watch that. That's really fun.
Yeah, it's on my watch list on Disney Plus. But so I wanted to see it when it came out in the cinema. I just never got around to it.
I haven't seen any of the, at least the late live action Spider Man movies.
Oh, okay,
I only saw like the when I was a kid. I think I saw 3 Spider Man films.
right.
So, but then I watched Into the Spider Verse, and that one was really nice.
Yeah, it seems a really cool story and sort of. I like that you got Spider Gwen, or is it depending how
Spider-Gwen,
which
yes.
universe she comes from? Is she called Spider Gwen into the Spider Verse, or is it something else?
No, Spider-Gwen, yes.
Spider Gwen, yeah.
And for Spider-Gwen to like really exist, Peter Parker needs to be dead.
Yes.
And what for? But there's also multiple Spider-Gwens.
Yeah.
Now, I just like we all know Spider-Man. You know, he got bitten by a spider that was radioactive, and
Yeah.
when he was like in late high school or early college, depends on the series. This happened around the time our parents were young, so that was sometimes they finish the story and then in main universe they just like rewrite it again, like we start again with newer graphics.
Yeah.
And I can pinpoint when I quit because I started collecting from around the early 2000s when they made a new series in the main universe.
Oh yes.
I started myself at around 2010, but just like rebought all the old ones.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then at some point, I quit a bit after Civil War.
Oh yeah.
Because in the Spider-Man comics of Civil War, a big part of like the divide between Captain America and Iron Man is if superheroes need to be more open with their identities.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And Spider-Man at some point chooses to go on the TV and say, "I am Peter Parker."
Yeah.
Then an assassin comes and kills Aunt May.
Ah.
What happens then in the comic is that Spider-Man goes to Mephisto, who basically is the devil in Spider-Man universe,
Yes.
and he makes a deal, and he trade to get Aunt May back. He
Okay.
trades in the life of his own life with Mary Jane and his child. That was like two or something.
Oh.
And then it kind of restarts to a point, not completely the beginning. He's still Spider-Man, but his whole relationship with his girlfriend is erased. And we go, let's say, 5 years before Civil War,
Yeah.
give or take. It's been a while since I read it. He lives with his aunt and his girlfriend, Mary Jane. Actually, from that point on, has a relationship with Harry Osborn, and he all gives that up for his 80-year-old something aunt. And I was like, this, in my opinion, and I know some people that agree with me, this is badly written.
Yeah.
Like, no one in their right mind would trade back someone, even if they're loved, that at best has 5 or 10 years in them, for your young wife. You know?
Yeah.
It's just dumb. And then it kind of like starts over again and then meet again, and I think Goblin's alive. But it's just, I was like, nah. They needed something to really set it because they were like getting out of ideas probably, and that's the
Yeah.
problem with superheroes. At some point, they are old.
Yes.
They literally said it, so it's still fun. But it doesn't work like not much. Yeah, and I quit after.
Yeah. It's hard to keep following when they keep rebooting stories.
Yeah, if it's done in a way I enjoy, then it's fine. They didn't.
No.
Yeah, then I kind of stopped following the main story and collecting. Every month a new one came, and I was like, now whenever I see something I think is fun, like Marvel Zombies, or I would find that one you have with aliens, I definitely buy it. But
Yeah. But I've looked into other comic series and go, well, that's a lot to invest. Like when I first saw this Alien versus Avengers, they said there's going to only be 4 issues. So I thought four is a nice easy number to. Like, I know once I have that 4, that's it. It's done. That's whatever that story is. And it can be its own thing. But yeah, anything that's going on for like too many issues.
Crash Panda. I also made this one light, and I made a Panda. That's the easy one. A Grogu, a bowl of ramen. I don't know if you've seen Whitechapel already in the full. And my Komi sons are also done. has two Comey sons. Thank you. So it's meh, you know it. So I'm not the biggest fan of the newer movies. Maybe some are good, but I know some are not.
Yeah, I quite like
Or not.
the was it Spider-Man No Way Home?
Yeah,
So that was interesting with the three different like movie Spider-Mans.
yeah, I've never seen that, but I started the whole Marvel Cinematic Universe like with the wrong movies, I think, and then that I very much disliked.
Yeah.
I think with the X-Men Origins and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So when it was just Fox doing Marvel stuff, it was a bit hit and miss. And when Sony was only doing Spider-Man, some of it was okay, some of it was not so much. But then once Marvel got a hold of Spider-Man, I think I enjoyed the stories more.
Marvel always had Spider-Man.
Well, yeah, the movie
Maybe.
rights at least. Because yeah, Marvel sold Sony the rights to Spider-Man on the movie. So yeah, only Sony could make Spider-Man.
Bird, yes. And which was your favorite of the Dutch way how we look at animals?
Uh, Bedbugs made me laugh a bit.
What bedbugs? No, not bedbug. Bed pissers.
Yes,
Those is woodlouse.
Woodlouse. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, that made me. Yeah, I found that very funny.
Yeah, I don't know why. There's no real reason.
Yeah. And yeah, always a fan of hippopotamuses.
Horse from Nile.
Yeah,
I also just like the platypus, just like
yes.
animal with bird-like mouth.
Yeah, very descriptive.
Yeah, we are very descriptive. Manatee, sea cow.
Yeah,
You look at it, like it's kind of like we know cow,
yeah,
but it's swim.
yeah.
Sea cow.
I know it is believed that was it whales got a connection to actual cows. So
Yes, but whale is not a, it's not a,
yeah,
it's not a mammal according to Dutch way of describing it. It's a fish as big as the shore,
yeah,
like the wal. Wal is the shore,
yes,
and we call it walfish, so shore fish basically.
yeah,
It's not a fish, but we call it, and it's not like just. It's really important for me you realize these are not nicknames made by civilians. These are the official names.
yeah,
Like officially, the whale, even though of course we know it's a mammal, we just call it fish.
yeah. I know. Technically speaking, there is no such thing as a fish because
What?
many cultures call many things fish, and none of them are related to each other.
I mean, we call everything fish that's meant to be a fish, and the whale is a fish.
Yeah,
That's how we do things.
yeah.
That's one of my favorites. Skunk is just like stink animal.
Yeah,
And like to this day, I don't understand why is a leopard a lazy horse. I also don't know.
yeah. I like a octopus being like inkfish.
The Inkfish, yes.
Again,
It's
so
a fish and brings ink.
not related to anything fish, but it is in the ocean.
It
Therefore, it's
swims
fish.
and it does ink.
Yes.
Fish.
Oh yeah, silverfish
Oh.
are neither silver nor a fish, but yet they are still called silverfish.
Oh, we also call those silverfish.
I suppose again, silverfish will probably look like a fish. And we're like, okay, that's a fish.
Yeah, like the English language has some, but we are worse, definitely.
Oh yeah, we certainly have things like unicorn is quite literally uni for one, and then corn or horn, so one horn.
Yeah, it's literally one horn in Dutch.
Yeah, so that is kind of that
Not
isn't that
even.
different really.
Yeah, but you at least use some fancy language to like make it different. We just say one horn.
Yeah, I'm not sure if is it uni is Latin maybe. I'm not
No
too sure.
clue.
So we like to use a lot of Latin, and lots of Greek, and some French. So we kind of borrow a lot of language.
I'm still surprised dog is not just like four-legged walking tail or something, you know?
Yeah.
And then like cow horned.
Hmm.
Horned big four-leg with horns.
Yes.
Rhino is like nose with horn.
Yeah.
Seal is a sea dog.
Yeah. That makes sense. Like,
And a bat is a flapping mouse. I like that one as well.
well, yeah.
Flapping mouse.
I suppose
So
again
when
they
they're
are.
big, we call them flapping dogs. Really?
Yeah, the bat I can understand because it's a small creature that kind of looks like a mouse, but it has wings.
I finished the raccoon.
Nice.
Show
Yeah,
the
it's not-
raccoon. I like him, he's cute.
Porcupine, pig with spikes.
I do like Horse of the Nile a lot too.
Yes.
I don't get why someone looked at that and was like, okay, that's definitely a horse, but it lives in the river.
Yeah.
Duck is a naked snail.
Yeah, that one makes sense.
Cute though. Someone
Ostrich
looked at,
base. Sorry?
yeah, someone looked at a turtle and saw a toad with a shield.
Yes.
Ostrich is a big bird. When struisvogel, struis means big in a bit older Dutch. It's just like big bird.
Ah.
And the Sesame character, Big Bird, we don't call Big Bird, we call Pino. We gave it a name.
Ah.
Yes.
Also made it blue.
Yeah, I've seen like all the different countries' big birds.
Yeah, our Pino is blue.
Ah.
Also like possum, red with a pouch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And meerkat, it has tail like a stick.
Yeah.
Really simple.
Yes.
We see things for what they are.
Yeah.
Yes. We look at hippos. We see a horse. We look at rhinos. We see something with a horn on its nose.
Well, since they call it horse, I do not envy the first Dutch person that tried to ride one.
Yeah, they probably didn't survive.
No,
Yeah.
they're not that friendly.
No.
But I've also seen Turkish Sesame Street on like the internet, and there he's red.
Yeah, like many countries have their own coloured Big Bird.
I
Uh,
wonder why. Like, is it the only thing that has like some kind of like trade, like local trademark, so we cannot use the original and need to alter it a little bit? Because
Yeah,
Elmo is always red, like Cookie Monster is always Cookie Monster, etc. But Big Bird, it's like multiple universes. It's really weird.
yeah. I think apparently there was an episode where they had all the Big Birds together.
That must have been confusing.
Yeah, you just have basically all these different coloured Big Birds around.
I mean, for children, you know, the main demographics of this show is not that. It is a bit young.
Yeah.
Plus, one person I know actively still watches it. So
Hmm.
he's mentally ill,
Ah,
like legally, you know.
yes.
Yes, it's that one.
Hmm.
You know which one now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, he's legally, different. I always like to, I don't call people dumb. I just say they're like differently smart.
Yeah, I like that.
Unless I need to, like, if you do something like that's not that's dangerous, then you're dumb, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, when you have full understanding of something and you still choose to do something silly.
Then you're dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, chat. By the way, 8-2. Well, can you not send freedom units to me? I do not.
Yeah, we don't do freedom units.
This is big language. I understand. That's about.
I know that's like almost 3 meters, but
Also, as a child, I always thought Big Bird, or in my case, Pino, was a girl. Because at least the Dutch one is quite a high-pitched voice.
Oh.
yeah.
250. That's almost Lorenzo.
Yeah.
I already regret what I'm making now. I will fight through and finish. What are you making now again?
I'm just taking over the tour now.
Taking a tour.
Yes.
It's a nice thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just modified a couple of bits so I want to see how it runs. Still really love the ghost train haunted thing.
Yeah, it's cool, huh?
Yeah.
Lisa made that.
Yeah. Very clever. I like. Yeah. Like especially like how you've managed to get it to slow down.
That was
Oh.
Jeff.
Okay.
Lee. Of viel je weg?
Huh?
Viel je weg of verkorte je echt
Ik
mijn
denk dat
naam?
ik wegviel, want ik zei je volledige naam.
Genoeg mensen verkorten mijn naam, hoef jij niet ook te doen, nee.
Waarom zou ik?
Geen idee. Tweede voor de Dutch.
Okay.
I'm not a big. I allow it, but I'm not the biggest fan of people shortening my name. And it's okay, but I thought Lisa did, and I'm like, okay, from all people, not you. You should know me, you know. But it was Discord stuttering.
Ah,
But I'll be right back.
okie dokie.
Probably Blue Dog walk immediately and I'll be right back.
Okay.
So I'll be here in like a bit.
Have you ever seen the film Battle Royale?
I have not, no.
Oh, it's a Japanese film, I think 2000 or 2001 that
Oh.
was made. And it's about Japanese students not knowing how to behave. And then the teacher wants revenge, so he drops the students at an island and makes them fight for their lives like a battle royale.
Okay.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of it. I've never seen it. 'Cause, who is it? I know there's a director recently that was kind of saying, like one film kind of started the idea about sort of people fighting to the death for survival.
Yeah, when I was watching it, I had the feeling that like all the battle royals, the games were based on whatever that film made because the map also grew like smaller. There were danger zones,
Ah,
all kinds of weapons, of course.
yes. That makes
So when I
sense.
watched, I was like, I remember this from COD, or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it because I'm interested to kind of see that in film. Because I know I've not seen it either, but I know what's the Hunger Games is a very similar idea.
Yeah,
But I know it's a different approach. Some people say they stole the idea, but Hunger Games does things differently for different reasons. But yeah, it's got a similar idea that yeah, people are put against each other to survive.
people are fast with judging like, hey, it's the same thing. You stole that.
Yeah,
You can get inspiration. You can do homage. There's a lot of ways to just take an existing concept and make it your own.
oh yeah,
Not that that's not stealing it. Stealing if you do literally the same thing but just with different actors or something, that's stealing.
yes,
If it has the entire script like completely the same but just a few different names, that's stealing. But the Hunger Games, I've seen only one film, I think. I don't know how many there are. I watched
Yeah.
it when I was really young, so I don't really remember. But I watched it, and it's what I remember. It's nothing alike. Yeah, the concept is the same, but the way they made it is completely different.
Yeah. I think there's at least probably 2 or 3 of the movies, and I know it approaches different like themes and stories, and it's just how they resolve that issue is a very similar idea, but otherwise it's the story it tells is different,
Yeah,
and that's the main thing.
exactly. I can recommend watching Battle Royale. It's fun. It's not the best film you'll ever see, but it's good.
Oh, okay.
And I love how like there is a whole at the intro there's a whole warning about extreme violence and that you cannot watch when you're under 15, and the violence is really severe. And then I watched it and I was like, Japan, you did way worse than this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you are a bit into obscure horror, you probably have heard of Ichi the Killer, which I do not recommend watching.
Oh,
I watched a bit when I was like 13, 14, and then I actually just turned it off because it was too much.
right.
It was just violence and gore, just because violence and gore, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, some people enjoy just mindless violence, but
And
yeah,
yeah,
I
they
prefer to have a
can.
story behind it.
Some people enjoy it, I do not, but that people
No.
enjoy the things. What I do enjoy a lot is reading about those films. I just, I'm very interested, but I just do not want to watch. I know what I can and what I won't watch.
Yeah.
But if people enjoy obscure, very violent films, well, to each their own.
Yeah, I don't mind violent films if they go beyond kind of ridiculous, like this doesn't make sense kind of violence, that, but not to be gory.
Like action movie violence,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, action
like
movie violence.
WWE but with special effects.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anything that's just kind of ridiculous, over the top violence, like okay, this is like doesn't make sense, but it's funny because of that.
yeah. If it's insanely gory and it just doesn't make sense, then I don't want to watch it. If it's just just violence with special effects and extreme explosions and whatever you can
Yeah.
think of, I do enjoy that. If yeah, I think for me with gore, that Saw is the limit. Like that has a story which was still enjoyable, but you really watch it for the gore.
Yeah. And I've watched one or two movies like that. The Hostel movies are pretty much gore with a bit of story to it.
And then they made Train.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's right. If you think Hostel is Saw, but with barely with any story, then Train is just. Oh, we made a gore video. We should just make a story behind it. So just think of something. Okay, we make Hostel and Saw, but in a train.
Yeah. Yeah, I've not seen that, but I'm aware of that movie. Yeah, I kind of enjoyed sort of Hostel because it was more of a shock to go, oh wow, oh yeah, that's a bit
Yeah,
gory.
with the eye thingy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I don't really want to because what I said, like Saul still had a good enough story.
Als luid, ik ga even 5 minuten live te gaan.
I'm gonna dog walk, so be right back.
Okie dokie.
Kijk.
Let's just build a little bridge across here. think we put some nice lighting in the middle. It'll look quite nice. What should I do for lighting?
So, are you building already or still doing the travel?
Building a little bits, just making the track more interesting.
Yeah. I had a question in my head while walking the dog.
Oh yes.
Um, did the UK have their own Sesame Street or just directly the American one?
Just the American one.
Okay. So
Yeah.
no British actors taking over.
No. No, but I think most anything that's been American shows we just have as they are. I can't recall any shows being redone for British audiences. No, no, we typically just take the American show and just show it as is. Like, even things like anime, like if anime has got an English dub, it's usually the American dub, and we just kind of go with that. Which is why it was confusing growing up, because you hear certain like American phrases and words that aren't used typically in British English, and you kind of go, well, people pick up on this and start speaking more American English, and you realise no, that's not actually, that's more of an American thing, not British.
We are rewatching the American Office now, by the way. My parents are watching for the first time.
Nice.
Like, but the good thing about the American, normally I don't like American versions of the series.
No, The
But
Office is one they've managed to get right, but then they had the
it's
original.
original. Yeah, original writers.
Yeah,
The dude that also played the English.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
Ricky
love that.
Gervais was like producer
Yeah,
on that. I think I prefer the American version because the British version is very dry in its humour. Like it was designed to be look like a very serious kind of documentary, and so it's only funny because the situations were funny, not made out to be this kind of outlandish documentary.
yeah.
But then the American one kind of made it lighter, and it was more.
I've only seen segments of.
Yeah, I've not really
British.
watched too much of the British one. The British Office only had 2 seasons.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Yeah, and then sort of when it became the American Office, season 1 of the American Office was near enough the same script as the first season. So it's quite weird watching the first season of the British one and the first season of the American one and go, well, it's near enough the same characters with the same script. But then it kind of goes on its own path. I know there's one episode of the American Office where they have a crossover with like the
Yeah.
British Office.
Yeah, that's true.
A Belgian one as well. Oh wow.
Is that Het Eiland? I haven't seen much of it, but I know of the existence.
Oh.
I think it's called Het Eiland, the island.
Oh right.
It's not on the island, it's in Office.
Yeah.
I think a group of desks is called an island or something.
Okay. Yeah.
At least in Dutch. Yeah. I haven't seen much of it. I just know of its existence.
Eyes back.
Welcome back.
Right. I'm making another account.
I can see. He looks cute already.
This one's a bit more fat.
Yeah. Pakite.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Light.
I would like. I watched everything from the IT Cloud, and they made an American one with, I think, what was the name of the?
Richard Ayoade.
No, the character.
Oh, the
like,
character, Moss.
Moss. Yes.
Yes.
They had the original Moss. They had the actor from Jeff Winger from Community, who I really
Yes.
enjoyed.
Hmm.
So I had high hopes for it, but it didn't work.
No, no, I've seen the pilot episodes at least, and yeah, they try to. They didn't. They took the subtlety out of the jokes, and kind of made them more obvious for the American audience.
To understand them.
Yeah,
A show I enjoyed a lot for, but also British. Double the is Little Britain.
yeah, yeah. They it's considered to be not kind of politically correct anymore.
It's not, but I enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed it.
But just imagine Americans trying to
Oh yeah,
do that. You know, it would be so like extra over the top, but it was extreme in a lot of humor, like when it comes to nudity
oh yes,
or other themes, and they would probably try to find some weird as mid ground where it's more extreme in some parts, but still more crude, and that's not what that show is about.
oh no,
I don't think Americans would be able to create that.
no.
It's the same with a series that was also a little bit office-like, but only in the fact that it's in like a comedy set about absurdity in the office, but it's zero story. It was more sketches.
Okay,
Yeah, there was Dutch that was quite popular called Toren C, Tower C.
okay.
Okay, he's done. A fat raccoon. When it flash pop or something. And but partly it was also quite absurd and sometimes really gross, you know.
Yes.
And some country, I don't think it was the US, also not UK. I think it was a foreign language. Could have been France, Spain, or I don't know. They like redid it, like scene by scene, like almost used the same script, but the original one it was made by like three or four women. Like they had other roles. That's why it was sketches. Like the lunch lady was also the boss, for example. and
Okay. Yeah.
that office worker. So you would never see like one story because it was only like segments of the lunch, etc.
Yes.
And they gave everyone their own role and role, and these weren't the most good-looking women. These were just like middle-aged, average women, and some of these, especially like sexual scenes, for example, it wasn't a porn, but just some sex jokes, were
Yeah.
way gross because you saw someone that could be like your old aunt or something, just being weird.
Yeah.
they put in like these real actors, like these pretty young women, and it didn't feel correct, the remake of it.
No.
So it had to be just like these weird as oldish, like 40, 50-year old,
Yes.
slightly fat Dutch women that did it. That's when the show, yeah, was in full glory.
Yeah.
There's this one Belgium show I absolutely loved. I watched it with a Belgium friend and Lisa and etc. And but he streamed it for us, and I cannot find season 2 anywhere.
Oh.
And I've lost contact with the Belgium friend. Just no fight, just sometimes you
Yeah.
kind of lose contact. No, not Samson Acher. It was called nonkels, which is the Belgian word for uncle or something.
Okay. Yeah.
And basically it was just done well. Like sometimes the story doesn't have to be that special, but when it's done great, it's done great. And it's basically about three brothers.
Okay.
One they all still live together on like basically the same piece of land that was inherited by the parents. One in a very big fancy house. He's the rich one. He took over the job from his parents. He's the rich and smart one.
Yes.
Then in the smallest house is the dumbest brother that still lives, basically in the, I don't know, maybe it was the stables. It's a smaller house, and he's just an employee at his brother's company.
Okay.
And the third brother, his wife works at the Lidl,
Yes.
and he himself he quit working because he has a burnout or whatever, and he's playing Flight Simulator all day. He does that while voice chatting in Discord or whatever.
Okay.
And but he online he tells people he's a earning pilot,
Right.
but he's playing Flight Simulator, and he's friend with this young man from I don't think they tell it, but an African country, a French-speaking African country.
Yes.
And he always tells this boy, like 18, 20-year-old boy, like Innocent, his name was, like Innocent, if anything, like I'm a rich pilot, if anything happens in your country, you come live with your uncle. I'm
Yes.
your uncle. And then civil war breaks out in this boy's country, and then the doorbell goes like a couple days later, and there he stands
Ah.
to live with them. Yeah, of course he doesn't have really pilot money, so his brothers help him like taking care of the man, and it's just yeah, I can't really tell you a funny scene, but it just worked, it was
Yeah.
just fun.
That makes sense.
It was just a great show. And then season 2 came, and no, I haven't seen that yet. And because it's a Belgium show and not something American, it's not really on like a torrent site or something.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. Yeah, I really loved it.
Ah.
So today I've made two raccoons, a Tekken logo, a bowl of ramen noodles,
Nice.
a panda,
I like the Choki raccoon.
and a Grogu.
Yeah. I like all your variations of the
What?
Hello.
Hello. Oh, what's this?
Yeah. Thought I'd make a bridge.
So where are we now? That Psyduck is cool. also one of these shows, a bit like The Office, that when you describe the whole plot to someone, someone might be like, "Why is that funny?" You know, it's just like people doing random things, but it's just absurdity in regular life.
Yes.
But, yeah, he ends up living there, etc. And like then, of course, things always things go wrong. You know, and he's in like a refugee from war, so he's like entitled to get some to like asylum.
Yeah.
But then they forget. What, I was trying to do this one. No, what war? This one. Of course, things goes wrong, and it's like all his like information and passport got stolen or lost, and then he's gonna get like evicted because all the proof is gone, and then they still want him to stay, and in the end, one of the like the dumbest brother, he ends up marrying him, and then like the government comes and like, isn't it just like some marriage to get a passport, and like interviews, are you really gay? And it sounds dumb, but it was done well.
Yeah.
Like this also, it will sound fairly dumb when I explain it, but it was one of my favorite episodes. Is that like the pilot, the fake pilot dude?
Yes.
He has a Belgian Shepherd dog
Okay.
that constantly attacks the African man.
Ah.
So he's like, okay, my dog is racist.
Hmm.
So he tries to like make him less racist, and then he tries to he finds some other like Belgian black man. And dog immediately goes full ballistic on them, and it's like the dog's racist, etc. And in the end, it's find out the dog isn't racist,
Right.
but Innocent, the African boy, he was wearing a Ferrari shirt with a horse on it.
Right.
And the other Belgium, let's say an American would say, African Belgian boys, they were sitting next to a statue of a horse, and then his wife tells like why are you making him show those things? No, you know he's insecure when he sees horses because he thinks their dicks are bigger. There's also another part that's also my favorite, but I don't think that's for stream. But
Yeah. Don't mention it on stream.
it's just
It is funny though.
yeah, but it was like those kind of dumb things. And like you're watching a whole episode, you think like about the racist dog, and oh, he's insecure about dick size. I should try to rewatch it at some point. But if I manage to find season 2. Have you ever seen Takeshi's Castle?
Yes.
You know,
Yeah. I've watched because I'm assuming it's the same in other countries, but we have like an English guy doing their own
Yeah.
commentary over the top of.
now we had 2 Dutch guys, like, and I think that the UK, if I'm correct, was one of the first countries to like import that.
Okay.
So ours is based on the UK version, so a lot of jokes, just like
Ah.
direct translations.
Right.
But the Japanese, or the person that imported it or whatever, they made changes to it, like really bad edits. It's like
Ah.
not in order. So one of like the main jokes is that the people that talk over it do not understand how it can switch from dark to light and then back to dark and light like in one day, and how some parts like you only have 12 people left, and then the next part suddenly there's 24 again.
Right. Yeah.
and I really love that. And then they did like a modern reboot. Like this was from the 80s or 90s. These things, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then they redid it with two different people talking over it. It's like the modern version from Thailand from like 2000, let's say 15, whatever.
Okay.
And it was too modern and it was not fun. But that 90s show with just the very dumb Dutch commentary was great.
Ah, cool. Yeah, we had a guy called Craig Childs. He's a
Yeah.
he's a DJ now, but he used to be in an old show called Red Dwarf, like a sci-fi show. But yeah, he was chosen to be like the English kind of voiceover for it.
Yeah, we had Ruben van der Meer,
Okay.
and he's a Dutch comedy actor. And I think I knew him as a child from we had like a show that would like redo old fairy tales in a
Okay.
way that children of that time would understand it, like in modern time. But this was like late 90s when I was young, early 2000s.
Right.
So the gabber culture, people call gabber, was still
Yes.
very big.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you know I don't know if it's the same name in English directly translated, but there's this well-known fairy tale called, from Dutch translated, The Clothing for the King or something.
Hmm. Okay.
You don't know it?
No, I don't think so.
It's it's about a king that keeps asking for better and better clothes, and then some how do you say, clothes maker.
Oh, Emperor's New
Uh,
Clothes. Yes, I know of that.
that one.
Yeah.
We say king in Dutch instead of
Okay.
emperor. So they redid that for children, but then it was and the Dutch gabbers, they wore Australian how do you say, tracksuits. I don't
Right.
know if you know them.
Okay.
That was like the uniform back then.
Yes.
Australian sports clothing with a shaved head.
Right.
And these were expensive. You pay like 800 Dutch currency for that. It's around 400 now, I guess.
Right.
And it was the thing. So, and this gabber dude, he goes to the store and he wants more Australians.
Okay.
And every time the clerk comes, like, do we have this one? All of them he already has.
Right.
And then, of course, he gets one. He says, only real gabbers can see this one. And it's nothing, like the Naked Emperor.
Okay.
And he's like, you can see it, right? You're a real gabber. And it's like, yes. And then he buys it. That's what I know it from.
Right.
And another hardcore related thing, but that was not funny. I did watch it as a child. He was in that movie. It was like a true crime movie, but not like talking about true crime, but like the Dahmer series. They like recreate like real
Oh
happenings.
yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And there he played the father of like a young gabber dude named Jeffrey, by the way.
Oh,
That's why I remember the movie.
yeah.
It's like in last year of high school. And this really happened in the Netherlands. That within the scene, the movie was named "Hardcore Never Dies,"
Oh, nice.
and he this boy, he gets into drug dealing, and like he stops going to like cry at school, and he just spirals into the dealing world.
Right.
And basically he wasn't doing, and like his boss dealer, above him,
Yeah.
was like very thinks there's always conspiracy against them.
Okay.
How do you say that? There's a word for it.
Paranoid.
Yeah, paranoid.
Yes.
The Black Sabbath song.
Yes.
Very paranoid, and at some point he thinks like the Jeffrey he's like fucking with him. So like he stabs him in the neck, and then he drives over him with a car.
Oh.
And this really happened. It was also
Yeah.
like within the hardcore scene. So they made a movie about that.
Oh,
And this dude that did Takeshi's Castle plays the father of the boy, and it's really weird of seeing him in that role. I know him from comedy
yeah,
and like the voice of Takeshi's Castle. Suddenly he's like this father that's like at his wits' ends with his son, and in the end has to like bury him.
yeah.
Also, nice.
Since Jeffrey's talked about Jeffrey Dahmer, I don't know if I told you yet, but in the office at some point, Michael's nephew is there,
Yeah.
Right.
and that's the actor of the latest Jeffrey Dahmer series, like Monster Dahmer.
Oh, yeah. Ah,
And I did not know that like at all. Just by rewatching it this year, I suddenly recognized the voice. I was like, "This is Jeffrey Dahmer."
oh, wow.
You can, I didn't see it, but I mean, he was in his teens, I think, at the office,
Yeah,
and it's at least 10 years apart. So
yeah.
Also, fun fact maybe for light because this won't say anything for you. Um, the in die Hardcore Never Dies film hè, waar ik over heb, de bad guy dealer die jongen vermoordt, dat was die blonde baas van de New Kids groep, weet je. Dus die blonde die een beetje de leider van New Kids is, die speelde daar ook in. Die ook een van de twee polities was bij Popo's trouwens.
nice.
Ja, nou, there's some Dutch actor that's in there.
Cool.
We had this show that was like immensely popular but fairly controversial because of this. It's basically about your stereotype. Do you know? You know what's now called Electric Cowboy.
Yes, yeah.
You know the Hyper Hyper song?
Yes.
Ever seen the video clip where they all have like mullets and weird as?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I find that quite funny.
Yeah, well, that's literally a Dutch show that was extremely popular about a bunch of dudes from the southern Netherlands
Okay.
that looked like this way before Hyper Hyper came out.
Right.
But we're just like complete assholes, you know, just
Ah,
destroying things, beating people up, like very bad, speaking very bad Dutch, you know, a lot of swearing. And
yes.
this was on Comedy Central at around like 8 p.m., so children would watch this and like
Ah.
copy it.
Yes.
But it was extremely popular. So that's one of yeah, I've seen the original ones as well. Those are even a bit more gritty, I would say, a bit more dark, a bit more. Yeah, it was really dumb movie. Movies as well, really dumb series. I own the movie, but they just took the most dumbass, no, not dumbass, but one of the more backwards villages around the southern Netherlands. You know, there's really small rural villages where just like a bunch of youth lives and they're bored.
Oh, yes.
And the show, it always started with them standing around the village sign where the name of the village was No Maaskantje.
Ah,
This became so popular that it became like a tradition for friends to drive over there and steal the sign.
right.
So I think at some point they stopped putting up the sign.
Yeah.
It was really bad for the children. Like it really had no. How do you say? It was no line it wouldn't cross. Like this is the only show I know that actively would have like, in a fun way, would show that children were dying.
Right.
Like then there's like a little brother kind of dude, like just like a small boy from 10 with the same hair, and then he would like wrap himself into firework and like light himself with that, like one of the jokes, like try to light himself with a lighter,
Right.
and then the police comes over and the police is like, now while this boy is completely like wrapped in fireworks, you know. It's like, young boy, that's unsafe. You never light firework with a lighter. You do that with a cigarette.
Right.
Then he gives the boy a cigarette and the boy lights himself, or like it completely explodes. Like, of course,
Yeah.
And Chris is like, that's the safe way to do it.
Yeah. Doesn't sound quite amusing, but certainly not for children.
No, it is really dumb and very like these were meant to be. It wasn't like glorifying it, but people were starting to do it because that's how people are.
Yes.
But these were meant to be the most the easiest way to explain for England, like the most chef-like, but even worse, lower class, dumb Dutch boys that would be. So of course they were homophobic,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was more to make fun of like, look how dumb you must be to be homophobic. But people were copying it.
Yeah.
Which ones? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Like New Kids wasn't trying to be like it's cool to be homo. It's cool to be us. It wasn't cool to be us, but people would start to find them cool. Like very like. I'll send you a picture, and then you can kind of that on the DVD. You can kind of guess like how well educated and they were up here.
Right. Yep.
So bad.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Always drinking the most cheap as beer there is that actually exists, like Schultenbrouw in the Netherlands,
Okay.
Yeah.
which actually became popular because of the show.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I can see the thing they were going for there. That's very much. Yeah.
To give like a direct, like how subtle, no, not subtle it was. Like the very first like these were like short segments, right? Segment
Right.
I ever saw was like a woman sunbathing bare-breasted.
Right.
And of course, these are of course perps, so they came closer and closer, and started to burp in her face.
Right.
Which, at some point, she starts to level. Like they take a sip of, like they start to lie like 2 meters away from her on their side, take a sip of cheap as beer, burp, come a bit close, and at some point, she finds this funny and is
Right.
open to it for some reason.
Okay.
She takes a sip of his beer. This is like a flirtation attempt, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It works on her. She takes a sip of his beer. He goes completely ballistic, beats it up, and like, don't touch my beer, you cancerous whore. That's basically that's the show.
Oh, wow.
That's like in children blowing themselves up. I think there's also this one scene in the movie, like a very small thought that you cannot really do this on TV, but the Dutch did. Like a small toddler is in it, and do it on TV, make a comedy out of it.
Yeah.
There's this toddler like swimming in a pool, and these dudes they come from like the water slide, land on the toddler, and all you see is a very big red cloud in the water, and the child not coming up again. Like that's
Oh.
not funny, but
No.
that's no rules.
Yeah.
I just did it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the movie switches into a zombie movie.
Oh.
Yeah. The, the soundtrack of the movie was actually just the repeating of a one sentence on a beat, and the sentence was "fuck horse, never work again."
Oh.
Like that's not something you want your children to think. This is the cool way to live, but it happened.
Yeah.
Why? Tell me. It's been a while. Yes, he grabbed a fresh beard indeed, and then in one swing. But she was down with one swing. Also, speaking of that, just with boobs and stuff. It's been a while since I've seen boobs on like 8 p.m. on TV. Really? I didn't know that. Hoelen neuken nooit meer werken. What I do find funny about the whole New Kids thing is that the whole series they make fun of this one Spanish-Dutch singer named Jody Bernal. Was
Okay.
basically making like these very popish summer hits for very popish, you know.
Yes.
But these were of course the very cool dudes because they will only listen to like old school gabber and so Jody Bernal was gay.
Right.
Was their opinion, and he was gay. The whole series is jokes about how he's gay,
Okay.
which is an insult, of course.
Yeah.
But in the movie, this real Dutch singer, who, according to the dudes, was gay, appeared in the movie and gets killed by them. So he did, like, at least saw the satire that it wasn't like real in it. It was like, okay, you know, you always offend me. Oh, kill me on screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, que sí, que no. So, and I think that's what I said about old times, that these were times like you could be extremely offensive, but when it was very clear, it was just satire, people could like take the power out of it, like we say in Dutch, by
Yes.
playing along and agreeing this is satire, we make fun of dumb people, we make fun of races, we make fun of, and we just like, but show it for what it is.
Yeah.
And that kind of disappeared with a lot of things, which I think is a bit. Yeah, it's like you not really like offend people just to hurt them, but at some point it's like use it as satire, and you get a bit stronger, you know.
Yes.
That's why I don't really like censorship. Even when it's real discrimination or bad things, maybe like show it to people and be like, you know, don't be like this. You know, there are people like this. Do not copy them. You'll be dumb when you do.
Yeah. Kind of show them for
Yeah.
fools.
And when you hide them, you know. Or for example, with BBC, that like deleting some episodes from series. I've heard. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
true anymore, but I've heard. I'd rather have them like, okay, at some point people thought this was harmless. Nowadays it's less harmless. And explain why it can be harmless and why it shouldn't be repeated. That's smarter than just deleting it from existence. Then you
Yes.
deny the problem.
Oh yeah.
If you ever find a translation, at least watch some New Kids maybe, and maybe. Or is it not your thing, you think?
I think it would be interesting to see. There's similar kind of. It's one or two British programs where it kind of has these characters which you know are doing things wrong, and you kind of they always end up having like bad luck from that. Is that they think they get away and they think yeah we'll just have some fun and sort of we don't care we upset people and then something bad happens to them.
Also, what like a fun trivia about the series is like the young boy that dies in the fireworks and the policeman that lights it with the cigarette.
Oh yes.
Those are like side characters that come yeah, on the show more often.
Okay.
There's like no chronological like anything like that makes sense in the whole series. So you can see the boy die. Next episode, he's just running around in the background. And the funny thing about this is, like, at first you could think, okay, maybe they like broadcast it not in recording order,
Yeah.
but the the policeman obviously was at the death of the boy because he lit with a cigarette. But
Yes.
there's also episode where the policeman shoots himself in the head with a pistol by accident, and the boy is actually present at that scene as well. So they were present at each other's death.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just kind of like for funny scenarios. It doesn't actually. They're not linked.
Yeah, but very. Yeah, not unsophisticated,
Yeah.
like extremely to a point that there's not even something behind it. Also nudity, all nudity like penises and
All right.
boob, sex scenes, everything was allowed.
Wow.
And this main character that was also the bad guy in the Hardcore Never Dies, the drug dealer,
Yes.
he also starred as a as the protagonist in another Dutch show that was also very, not as bad as New Kids when it comes to being, yeah. Yeah, they have specific word for this in Dutch, so it's difficult, but not as bad, basically.
Yeah.
But it's about two police dudes. That it's also sketches, like every, and it always goes wrong. They always end up killing something that's not meant to be killed, or I threw it off. It's basically about two extremely dumb policemen that abuse their power, and not even because they're mean, but because they're just incompetent and dumb.
Huh.
One of my fave is that they are in a forest somewhere and they think they see a coke deal being made.
Right.
So they intervene and they get the coke, and then they try the coke and say it tastes like shit, and then they empty the coke, and then there's like a tiny letter with someone's name on it, and it's actually ashes of someone's
no.
grandfather.
They also have like an intern that most episodes he's in dies, so also this one is not really doesn't make sense when it comes to like chronicle things.
Yeah.
There's also one of like the recurring sketch is where there's like a pedophile Catholic priest,
Right.
but they need proof on him. And you cannot send in a real child, of course, so they send in a little person.
Right.
And
Yeah.
every time it goes way too far because they need to prove every time. Like, also, there's a recurring like robber that's gay for them,
Okay.
and he always seems to win, and then he forced the two actors to like give him lap dances or
Right.
gay things to each other while he watches. That it's not it's like this one's not sophisticated at all either.
Yeah.
Dutch TV from years ago was just a lot of swearing, blood, and nudity.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, that's what it was. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah. I suppose even like British sort of comedy shows weren't as sophisticated. There's a few, but there's some which is just
Yeah.
dumb comedy, and you don't really have to think about it.
But yeah, I don't see it anymore. But this one was this wasn't like after midnight. This was just like I was done with dinner. I was playing some games. I put the TV on before bed, and you had like New Kids and Popos, the other one with the police. You had breasts, penises, all full on screen.
Yeah, that is quite shocking. But we obviously had things like that in the UK, but only after a certain time. I think the worst show we kind of had for that was a French import show.
That they were done made.
Yeah. But no, we certainly didn't have anything that kind of open, especially earlier in the night.
And a funny thing about it, Yeah, the one with the long black hair.
Hmm.
Yeah, that one with the gas station, yes. Also the one with where they ordered Chinese. That's also funny. They like coerce a Chinese delivery man to do a wheelie, and then he impales himself on a fence and he dies. And then all they do is complain that the food's gone cold.
Oh.
You can kind of get what the show was about, but what its level of it's not that great.
Yeah.
I know my father hated it. My crazy aunt was a big fan actually. So my mother saw her again after what is it, 7 years, with the funeral of her uncle. She completely ignored my mother, so nothing happened.
Oh.
That's good, I guess. What made it more awkward is that her husband and my cousin didn't play along with her. They just went to my parents to just talk about a lot of crap. And a bit scary part is that they knew a lot about our house. We never
Right.
told them because they're not allowed to talk to us either.
Oh.
And so she has an alt account that looks at my mother's Facebook page, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Well, she blocked off, and not mine because I never post about my daily life. But you know how like middle-aged women are on Facebook.
Yes.
That uncle came and said, yeah, it's almost Christmas, and that you take one of your own trees from the backyard. And later on, my mother told him, like, how does he know this? He never told. They shouldn't know that we moved, where we moved. Like, it's not a secret, but we had no chance to tell them because they blocked us.
Yeah.
Now do they know? Really weird.
Yeah.
This is the same cousin I told you about some time ago. Not the Jehovah's Witness, but the this is the same crazy aunt that tried to set me up with her son's new stepdaughter from her divorced husband
Ah. Right.
that joined the cult. Yeah, but who's? There's no connections. She's also has no contact with my other aunt, the Jehovah's Witness one. It's a difficult family dynamic.
Yes.
But all I can say is that this uncle, he was the last one alive from my grandmother's side of the family, so there are no more funerals to attend from that side.
That's something.
So the chance we see Petra again is nil. Because I know my mother and my aunt and etc. The other aunt, they are not gonna invite her to anything else. Like this was like a bit far away, so the whole family was invited. There was no direct fight between like her and the children of this specific uncle. But I don't mind. She just can congratulate me on my birthday. She does this every year. It's the only contact I still have with her. And she suddenly sent me text, congratulations. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it more awkward for me, since I never, like, officially I wasn't in a fight with her. Like I've kind of like walked through Almere and I saw her and we had a small talk. It's like it's between. Of course, I'm on the side of my parents, especially since it's literally proven she was in the wrong.
Yeah.
And she blocked everyone. She was in the wrong. She did something really bad. Was forgiven because we were like that. There's no way of like really like fixing this. Why not behave normal and try to be some kind of family? And then she, after 4 years, was angry that he wasn't forgiven enough or something.
Yeah.
It's a bit more complicated than that. I don't feel like explaining too much.
Yeah, that's fair.
Then she broke off all contact, and then she was angry that she didn't have contact anymore. And it's just it's difficult
Yeah.
to understand her.
Yeah.
She's very mentally ill. She's been locked, at sometimes locked up,
Right.
not without reason.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite sad for her son as well. He was like 6 when it started to go downhill in that family.
Oh. Yeah. That's a shame.
And he didn't go into like bad things. He's quite stable, but he's a bit too almost like all this. And when I talk to him, you just notice all emotions are just like mentally beaten out of him. He's not able to feel much no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like when he was 6, they like fought in the force who could have him, and his mother won in the end. After two
Right.
years, she was like, "It cost me money to have a child. I'm
Mm.
gonna send him to his father, then I don't give a fuck." And she
Yeah.
was angry. She get less. I don't know if it's the same in the UK, but ja, afgevlakt, zeker. If it's the same in the UK, but in the Netherlands, like if you divorce and you take care of the child, then your ex-spouse they have to pay you a certain
Oh yeah.
amount of their income.
It's maintenance pay.
Now we say alimentatie, alimony.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think. And Americans refer to that as well.
Yeah. So she kicks out her 10-year-old child. He has to live with his father and with his stepmother, who he hates. This is not the stepmother because his father is a cheating problem.
Right.
So did the mother, but he lived with this specific stepmother out of the 8.
Yes.
And this was a very abusive woman to him. She was like she got pregnant from my ex-uncle quite early after the divorce. Like he was my aunt divorced him, and then like 3 to 4 months later, my cousin told me I'm getting a new brother from my father.
Right.
And from that moment on, she was like, I have this man now. I have a child with him. This child that's with him that didn't come out of me. He doesn't fit in my story.
Yeah. Yeah.
He really abused him. At some point, my ex uncle decided that was no, you either accept me with my son or not. He wasn't really a bad father. He was just he was better than my aunt. That's for sure. Like my cousin was way healthier when he lived with his father, especially after he divorced the second time. But yeah, he had a addiction to swinging.
Yeah.
So not really affairs, but just going to these clubs and shit.
Yeah.
And it's
Which.
difficult to.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, if like everybody involved's cool, that's fine. But then, yeah, if he's doing it and it harms people,
Yeah, he always did it behind backs.
yeah,
So yeah, then it's difficult to have like relationship because I think that's partly because he was ashamed for it. That's when you do it secret. Like he could have
yeah,
find someone in that scene,
yeah,
but
oh,
he
yeah.
never did.
There's
He
a
always
lot of
took a normal wife. Yeah,
yeah. There's a lot of happy people in that scene, and yeah, he
yeah, of
chose
course.
not to do that.
Yeah, he chose. Yeah, different. But I've seen that. I've seen my cousin's father twice in the last 10 years because he in the same week because that's the week I had 2 funerals
Right, yeah,
on my mother's side. But he decided to because he used to know my grandma and he used to know my other cousin that died. That he was like he would go there also to support his son. So he jetted up a bit, but he was an okay man. I think. I mean, he wasn't a great husband, but
yeah,
yeah. I mean, there's nothing against having like a different lifestyle, but you need to be open about it for it to like to make the puzzle fit with your lifestyle. Otherwise,
yeah,
it will complicate it.
yeah. That's what I don't understand. Is these kind of lifestyles exist, and people are very happy in them. Yet people choose to kind of whether it's out of shame or kind of they feel they can't be open about it.
Yeah, or maybe it's part of the kick for them.
Oh
That
yeah, yeah,
part of the fetish is that they do the secret. Or some people, and I think that's double standard, but humans be humans,
yeah.
like to cheat, but cannot have an open relationship with someone that they want their partner to be exclusive as well, and that's quite hard to come by when you find someone in the swinging scene.
Oh yeah.
It gets more difficult. Hey, I wanna have sex with 20 different people a week, but you cannot.
Oh
That
no.
makes it.
No.
Maybe he was like that, jealous but a cheater.
Yes. Yeah.
But like I said, I haven't had contact in years. I don't know,
Yeah.
and I still think he was, even with his problems, he was the better option than my aunt, as a
Yeah.
parent at least. It's still bad that he kept that one stepmother around though.
Hmm.
Yeah, love makes blind, I guess. But yeah, my cousin, she's dead from the inside.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Weirdly very sweet and caring to people, but you just when you talk, you see he's empty, you know.
Yes.
But especially at the funerals, then he suddenly he's the one that breaks down most, and then all the emotions come out. It was really weird to see.
Yeah. That's why
But
it probably feels it's a some kind of situation where he can just let it out and process it.
yeah, I especially remember when he was a teen, he would like sometimes visit me. It was like having a mannequin in my room, you know, just no emotion, no talking, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's nice. He's named after your cat, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Name is Damien.
That's a cool name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. I think I've nothing else I'm gonna do today. So I
No,
think,
I'll sleep till almost 12 and so
yeah.
normal time. Last thing I wanted to, it's like it's one of my favorite family memories. I think that it's regarding my cousin. That one of the last like little memories I have of my own grandmother that makes me happy is yeah, it's kind of weird when I say how it starts, but that it makes me happy. But my cousin's grandmother died
Right.
from his father's side. So I tell my grandmother, which we share, like, yo, Damien's grandmother died, and she, without this wasn't a joke, Lily looked at me. Uh, which one actually?
Hmm.
Like, no, you.
Yeah.
I still think about it from time. She actually was curious, like, which of his two grandmas dies? Like,
Yeah.
which one do you think?
Yeah.
If it was you, we wouldn't have this conversation.
Yeah.
She was very funny.
Yeah, but this wasn't meant to be funny. She was actually curious which one of his two grandmothers died. I mean,
I know.
no. And I explained it, and she was like, okay. She didn't find the weirdness in her question. I've heard my aunt also went to that funeral, kind of misbehaved, but I don't have all details. But she made it all about her. You know, she was the ex-wife of her. She was the ex-wife of the son of the woman that died. Like, it's not about you. You're one of the people that should sit in the back. You know, one of the acquaintances at the funeral.
Yeah.
But throwing herself on the coffin, and the
Hmm.
woman had the last wish to be carried by all her grandsons, and then she was like, "No, I want to carry the coffin." Like, you haven't seen her in 20 years.
Yeah.
I've heard it, but she likes attention. This aunt,
Oh,
she
it
likes it.
sounds like it.
Yeah, I wasn't there, but she also like misbehaved at my cousin's funeral, by the way. A lot of screaming and wanting to attack people.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. I put her back on her hair. But there was a speech by a Jehovah's Witness. Then you can sleep, by the way. But there was a speech by a Jehovah's Witness.
Right.
I didn't like the speech either. It was dumb as fuck. But it was the wish of his parents, you know. It was their son,
Yeah.
you know, the parents, and it was a speech. And suddenly she's sitting in front of me at the row, and she looks me in the eyes and says, "I'm gonna attack now." And she stands up, and she was gonna do it, and I literally grab her by her hair and slam her. I'm like, "No, you ain't. This is a fucking funeral, you
Yeah.
dumbass. You're not attacking the person on stage giving a speech.
Yeah.
Like, who the hell do you think you are?" I did like that. That's her.
Hmm.
And then she's offended that people do not agree with her.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that's. Yeah. Oh well. Here's our card. Here's our card. You want what card do you want? The Jehovah's Witness. Oh yeah, the lights she had the Jehovah's Witnesses like 2 days ago at the door.
Oh right.
Oh, that's a small inside joke. Do you don't get them often no more, right?
No, it's something you don't tend to see very often anymore. It used to be like loads around, but no, it seems to.
In Almere, I've had them a couple times a year, and now I live here for 1.5 years. I had them once, but I've heard that because I live in Bible Belt, they're kind of like competed out of business here because there's no real room for them.
Oh yeah.
Like everyone already is religious. Like every religious house already has like some form of Protestant
Yes.
people here. So that's yeah. They're almost non-existent here. Oh well.
Oh.
They don't really harm. They're not that harmful unless you're
Oh, no.
inside. The inside they're scary, but
Yeah.
from the outside they're not. Nothing special. No.
No.
I will let you sleep. I will see you Wednesday or not because you tend to skip Wednesdays.
Yeah, I should be on Wednesday. I'm thinking. I tend to skip Wednesdays if I'm not feeling I can handle Blender. But then if I play games instead, maybe more likely.
Yeah,
But-
play your game that's like Dark Souls but Disney-like.
Yeah, Disney Dark Souls.
That's basically how I saw it. Yeah, like
Yeah. But yeah, see how I feel. If I'm feeling I have the mental energy, then I'll do Blender. If not, I'll play Disney Dark Souls.
that's a lot light. Yeah, that you were playing it and it was like these graphics are cute and the animals are cute and then suddenly the screen became red and like these demons came and they wanted you.
Yeah.
At the game. But it was a fun game.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be back on Wednesday doing something.
No, I hope to be back on Thursday. I have a bit of difficulty deciding what to play. Like there's nothing I'm in the mood for. Well, I could always do mine.
Silent
Oh.
Hill F.
Silent Hill F could be a thing. Well, I'm gonna really quick check if I've got any friends I like online. Well,
And
yeah,
Hugginty, also good luck explaining our chat to Nix.
Yeah.
It is weird going from Spider-Man to New
Yeah.
Kids.
I always enjoy our chats because you never quite know what's going to come out.
Yeah, it's always very, very random.
just tell Nix that the group of men are from my father and uncles.
Yeah.
I've got no uncles, but you know, Nix doesn't know that.
No.
My father is the one with the green shirt. Oh, no, the second, the one between the blonde and the ginger, the one with the shortest hair. Yeah, that one.
Okay. I'll mention that then.
Thank
okay.
you.
Well, have a good night. Thanks for the games. And
Bye.
Yeah, thanks for the game. Well,
yeah,
thanks for the chat.
see you. See you Wednesday.
Good night.
Alright folks, I'm going to get some rest. Hope you too. Thank you for hanging out. I see all your names lurking there. You're all awesome. So yeah, I'll be back Wednesday doing something either Blender or Kena Bridge of Souls. So I'll see you then. Hope you have enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy your week, and I'll see you then. Have a good night. Night all.